Okay, I'd like to call this meeting to order. Please rise for the flag salute. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Caucus?
Here.
Ms. Fascio?
Here.
Ms. Kelly?
Here.
Mr. Farrell's out.
Crowd's running late. He'll be here.
Mr. Long?
Here.
Mr. Shapiro?
Here.
Mr. Murray?
Here.
Mr. Long?
Here.
And Mr. Basur?
Here.
And Straley is absent.
She's excused. Public notice of this meeting pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act is given by the clerk in the following manner. One, posted on the bulletin board of the Borough Clerk's office on January 5th, 2024, and two, emailed to the retrospective clerk on January 5th. First thing we're going to do this evening, since we have special guests, is a presentation for Energy Aggregation Program. Vicki Molly from Concord Engineering Services. And just to remind everybody, hope you have a packet, but there's a presentation. About 4 years ago, we did this. It was part of trying to save our residents money, energy conscious. Didn't work out well because the world changed on us. And the world is constantly changing. So I'm going to turn it over to them because they know a lot more than me.
Hi, good evening. Thanks, Mayor. I'm Vicki Malloy with Concord Engineering Group. We're right here in Voorhees, New Jersey. So we're a local firm. And I have Lisa Hibbs with me. She's my associate from Commercial Utility Consultants. They're also local in Trenton, New Jersey. I'm going to turn it over to Lisa, and she's going to give you a brief presentation.
And I know that this is old hat for most of you, so we'll just hit the highlights, save you a little bit of time. But just wanted to start with energy deregulation.
Do you want to take the microphone out or you like it in there?
I'm fine, unless you want me to take it out.
That's okay. It's from the court. They always lock it in.
Yeah, no, see, they don't want me to take it. I get it. Okay, so energy deregulation, I just want to take us through. The only thing that changes in a community energy aggregation program is the supplier. Okay, so before 1999, everything was kind of lumped together. Supply and delivery were kind of combined as one thing. In order to introduce a little bit of competition and lower prices, the state of New Jersey deregulated, and we introduced electric suppliers, right? So now we have the generators who generate it, suppliers buy it from the generator, they pass it on to the local distribution company who delivers it to us. So the only thing that's going to change in the energy aggregation program is who the supplier is. And these are the suppliers. So the state of New Jersey holds an energy auction for all of the residents in the state of New Jersey every February. Those rates take effect in June of that same year. These are the winning suppliers. So these are the folks that will get replaced if and when you are successful at auction. Okay, so these are the guys that quote unquote get hurt. PSE&G does not get hurt. We send these folks as New Jersey licensed suppliers. Notice that the bid is going out. They can certainly participate in the auction if they wanted to. But these are the folks that are servicing us right now. And again, they'll be the folks that get replaced if and when you decide to do this and you're successful. All right, so what is community energy aggregation? Community energy aggregation is just the ability for a municipality to go out to auction just like the state of New Jersey does, just for a smaller aggregate. They know, chances are you're going to get a better price than the entire state of New Jersey would get. So that's all that it is. There is Title 14, Chapter 4, Subchapter 6, it's about 28 pages long, provides the regulations and guidelines for us to follow for the community energy aggregation program. All bid documents have to be provided to the Board of Public Utilities Division of Rate Counsel for their review. Information kits, all communications to residents also under review by those two entities.
So let me stop you.
Yeah.
So the reason we didn't do this 4 years ago is because the price that we got, or we didn't even get a price, that was better than what we were getting it from the state.
Correct.
It was that simple.
Correct.
And that's why we didn't do it, because we were going to save our residents.
Correct. You can't do it.
You can't.
The regulations state
We're not
unless.
going to lower the price.
Correct. Unless there is savings, you cannot at the time. So we'll look at PSE&G's price to curve right now. It's about 15 cents. So if we went out to auction today, you'd have to be below 15 cents in order to do this.
Okay.
We recommend a savings of at least 5% in order to move forward, just so that when PSE&G's rates fluctuate, there's reconciliation rate, there's a few components that can impact the price. We give you enough headroom that the savings don't disappear. Savings is not guaranteed through the program. We have to give you the headspace to make sure that you've got the room in case things kind of float up and down. Perfect, yes. So in order to do this, you've done an ordinance.
We have an ordinance already.
Right.
That's, we have it. I guess the only difference is we would have to just identify who the provider is of that.
I would even recommend that you keep it generic.
Okay.
This way you never have to touch your ordinance again. You can switch out energy
Say
consultants.
whoever we're going to use for a bid.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what our ordinance says. Is our ordinance specific?
Yes, yep, exactly.
So we could say whoever council picks.
You can leave it generic and just say, hey, we want to be an energy aggregator for our residents, and leave it at that.
Okay.
That's all you need to do. Yep, that's all you need to do as far as the ordinance goes. The ordinance, again, does not obligate you to do an auction, to accept a bid. It just authorizes you, it enables you to do it. Without the ordinance in place, you can't run an energy ag program, okay? Now, if you wanted to, and we recommend this, join with other towns and create a cooperative of like-minded, like-shaped towns, neighbors, it can lower your price versus the borough going it alone, right? Because you've got a little bit more aggregate usage, and it's more appealing to the suppliers.
That was all part of.
And some of our neighbors.
Yep.
Yep.
4 years ago, we talked about this.
Just didn't work out.
Talked about neighborhoods and.
Yep. We have a presentation in Audubon on Tuesday about the same thing. So it's the buzz is already out there. I don't know if you want to think about, we would always need a lead agency in that case. It can be one of the participating towns. If Camden County wanted to do a county-wide program, we can do that. It's just the more entities that you involve, the more cumbersome you get. Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Vicki. So Concord.
So better to be smaller, maybe.
Concord manages the South Jersey Power Co-op.
Yes. So we have over 100 local government entities within that co-op, and it's a municipal co-op. So it's all the municipal facilities pool their usages together for buying power to get better pricing. So it's very similar to the community energy program. It's just that's for the residents. So I have spoken to the county many years ago. They're all for it, but they don't want to be the lead agent. They'd rather it be more on a local level.
Could the borough join that co-op for our electric bills?
Yes, and I believe that you are in
We are
the
in the
co-op. Yes.
Might be. I can't remember everything.
That's all right. All right. So back to the residents. So all the program documents related to the energy aggregation, for your ordinance, your resolution, all of that gets filed with Division of Local Government Services at DCA. They have oversight over the auction process. So there's just a lot of checks and balances so that your residents can have confidence that you've not gone rogue, that this is not something that you just dreamt up, that this is honestly something that the board realizes, and ratepayer advocate in particular loves when we can lower the rate for the residents.
I think that's the reason we tried to do it 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you want us, the market was challenging, I mean, from 2021.
Never had a bid that came lower than.
When, if you don't mind me asking, when did you go out to
Did
bid?
you have that ordinance? When was the date?
It's probably,
I had it.
it's all right, don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. We were just successful at auction for 2 of our other co-ops. So the market is coming back ever so slowly, as it should.
Hoboken in the program too, which is PSE&G.
It was 2020.
Okay, yeah, ooh, worst timing, yeah, terrible timing.
Hoboken's been in the program for 3 years.
Yep.
So they have an active program
Mhm.
for PSE&G.
So it can be done. Again, they have a lot of residents. So again, once you kind of get that mass, that bulk in there, the price should come down
We
for you.
relationship with Audubon, so if a
Yeah.
couple towns get together.
Absolutely, and if you have suggestions, or if you have shared services with anyone, that's a great place to start. because there's already organic relationships there. So, the aggregation detail. So, once we get all of the paperwork and everything in place, we pick an auction date. You'll lean into us to decide what the market's looking like, and we get that scheduled for you. It's an online auction, it's a blind auction. The bidders can't see each other's bids, so it is honestly submit your lowest bid. We then share those results with the lead agency, or if it's just the borough, with the borough. And then we make any recommendations with regard to an award. We'll let you know if there's savings, if there is savings, how much savings. The contract term cannot be longer than 24 months. It can be as short as 3 months, 6 months. We don't recommend the 3 and 6. It's just a lot for your residents. It's a lot of communication. And I don't want to say disruption because it's not really a disruption, but they can get fatigued. So 9-month, 12-month, 15-month, the ones that we just got were 15. For Hoboken, they've been 12-month contracts. Yep. Yep, but it can't go longer than 24 just by procurement law.
And that's for New Jersey procurement law statutes.
So eligible residents. Eligible residents are defined as people that have not already selected a third-party supplier of their own, people that don't have a time of day meter. I don't know if you have those down here. They're a little bit older. There's a really low rate for off-peak, and there is a higher rate for on-peak. If your residents are using their time of day meters properly, we can't save them more money than what they're doing.
I know my commercial building, I have it hits a peak, there's a peak part to it.
Yeah.
It's a multiplier.
Yeah, there's a meter for residents on the residential side. We would just sweep them out, and also anyone that has net meter meter for their solar, we would pull them out as well. The program can impact the way the credits are applied, so we just pull them out. They can always come in, but we just don't include them out of the gate. So we let the Board of Public Utilities know, hey, we're going to schedule an auction. These are the towns. This is the number of residents. This is the number of KWH. PSE&G does not share account-specific detail until an award is made. Then we get a list of eligible accounts. The only data that is shared with us is the account number, the address, and the person's name, the account holder's name. There's no financial information shared, no social security numbers, nothing like that. Just want to make residents comfortable knowing that the only thing I have is your POD ID number and your address. So again, if you decide to move forward with an award, then the outreach to residents in earnest really starts. There's an information packet. We would have public outreach sessions here. If you have a senior center, it can be a public library, anywhere.
I think there's a need for that all the time.
Yes.
There is.
Yes.
Because there's a seat on their bills.
Correct. Yes, and your senior community is getting scammed all the time. So we really want them to know that this is authentic. The rate is fixed for the contract term. It's not going to go up. If it does go up because, say, sales and use tax goes up or down, anything that happens on the basic generation service side and the supply side can be passed through. We have to notify your residents that that's coming through. The delta, your savings won't change, right? It's still going to be the 7% or the 6%, whatever it is. We cannot make any changes to the program rate without notifying residents 30 days before that rate change happens. They're given the opportunity to opt out again. Residents can always opt out of the program. When we first get going, there's a 30-day opt-out period, which means they have 30 days to digest the information packet, come to a public information session, learn a little bit more, and then make a decision whether they want to participate or don't. They can always opt out. There's a permanent opt-out feature as well. So if a resident says, yeah, this is great, but it's not for me, not only do I not want to do this now, I never want to do this. Sweep me out forever if Runnemede does this again. We keep track of that permanent opt-out list, okay? So in that 30 days, no account has moved. The suppliers haven't changed for any of those residents yet. At the end of the 30 days, we let the winning supplier know, here are the folks that want to stay in. Please let PSE&G know to enroll these accounts. PSE&G then sends a confirmation letter to the residents that whose supplier is about to be changed to say, hey, we know that you want to participate in this program. If this is a mistake, please call us. They can opt out through the utility. After that time period, PSE&G will enroll the accounts with the new supplier. That doesn't mean your residents are stuck. They can absolutely come and go in this program as they please. Anytime, no fees, no penalties. If they want to take advantage of...
Now, if the rate
Yeah.
goes down during the 12 months, can they opt out to take a better rate? or-
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
How do they know if the rate went down from, like, say ours, we were at 12 cents, or, you know, the PSE was at 15. We're at
Well,
12.
we'll know. And if we
tell them, oh, they're at 11 now,
yes, we'll go, there is language in your master agreement that allows you to renegotiate the price. If the basic generation service or auction happens, and we know that PSE&G's rates are going to go down, we go back to the supplier and say, hey, 6 months into this program, or it wouldn't be 6 months, it's usually when we go to renew it. Hey, this is going to happen. You want to adjust it? If they say yes, they don't want to lose business. If they say yes, then yes, we notify residents that the price for the program is going down. If the supplier says, no, we don't want to do anything, we send notice to the residents
and you can opt out.
that reminding them, you can opt out.
You go back to...
Absolutely, go back to PSEG. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, we want you for the long term. We're more about doing what is right for the residents, but not the supplier, not us, yeah. That gets us through the 30-day opt-out window. Residents have the option to permanently opt out. Again, the program only includes those residents that didn't already do this for themselves, don't have a time of day meter, and don't have solar. All current services, delivery, meter readings, billing, payments, all of that still done by PSE&G. Power goes out, still going to call PSE&G. If the power's out and your house is not back up, it's not because you're participating in this program. It has nothing to do with the delivery side of things. It's just, the program's just on the supply side. So whatever discount we get will only be for the supply charges. It's not going to be on the delivery side of the bill. And there's a PSE&G bill in here that we'll show you in a second. So again, residents continue to call the utility for service-related questions. Residents still receive one bill from PSE&G. They're not going to get a separate bill for delivery, separate bill from the supplier. Budget billing is offered. So if they're on an equal payment plan with PSE&G, they'll be enrolled in an equal payment plan through the program. No one from the program will be door knocking or phone calling. Again, go back to my comments about the information we received from PSEG. We don't have emails or phone numbers. No one from the program will call. However,
The bill is the supply side. That's
Yeah.
all it's saying.
yeah,
It's supply and what's it?
And delivery.
Delivery.
Distribution.
Okay.
Yep,
So it's only on that, that's
it's
it.
only on that. But sometimes suppliers will hear about your program and they will do the thing where they start door knocking and saying, hi, I'm with Runnemede's energy program. I need to see your bill. That is not us. That's why you need those public outreach sessions, so that people know. And I don't know if you have a solicitation ordinance here. Okay, good. That's the good thing to tell people in those outreach presentations is, hey, if this happens, please let the borough know that these people are out and about. This is for renewable. I don't know if y'all are interested in sustainable Jersey points or not.
Oh,
We are.
better believe it. We're going for silver.
Oh, Lord, okay. So you can,
We're 30 points away from silver.
okay, you can earn sustainable Jersey points.
I think that's why we did this 4 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
The pricing, the savings will not be there necessarily.
Well, the renewable costs more money.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. And it's costing more and more because the supply is not coming on as fast as the demand is going up.
So the negative, Eleanor, would be, our thing, I think we're trying to do here is save residents money.
Right.
It's sustainable, like I think my personal home, I went for renewable, but I think I pay more.
You do. You do. But the program, even in its basic form, even if you just stay with the minimum renewable energy required by New Jersey's Renewable Portfolio Standard, we offer residents the option to opt up into a 100% renewable product. It will cost more.
Proceedings.
They'll diminish. It might not. It could. It will be less savings. But we do, so that way folks that do want to do the renewable option still have all the protections of the community energy aggregation program, the budget stability, all those things, but they're still getting that higher renewable percentage. And right now we're at 37.5% for the RPS minimum. So all the suppliers on that second slide, they're all providing 37.5% renewable at this point. And that escalates over the next few years. So here's the sample PSE&G bill. The only thing that changes is right where that arrow on the left is, where it says BGS charge, that will change. That changes to the supplier that's awarded and the rate that the resident selected, whether it be the standard or whether it be the 100% green. And then there is a note on the bill, if you're enrolled in the program, that tells you what you would have paid if you had been with PSE&G's basic generation service. So it's right on the bill. We go one further than that. Residents can go onto the program's webpage, log in, and they can track their savings online. We track it for them from month to month in the program. The borough could see the aggregate savings, so you'll be able to see how the program is performing for your residents, not individual residents, but as an aggregate. We're about transparency, and we also, there's no reason for residents to keep a spreadsheet or have to look back at 6 months worth of bills. So they can take advantage of that. But again, the only thing that changes is the supply portion. All right, so I'm not even going to go through the slide because we've already covered most of this. Doesn't interfere with enrollment in community solar. I don't know if you've got community solar programs going on down here. Okay, it doesn't interfere. Okay, good. It does not interfere with it.
So you can do both.
You can do both. You can save even more. You can get the double savings.
So the utility will give you a savings off of the price to repair with the utility. So if you sign up for a 20% savings with community solar, you'll get that 20% credit. And then with this, you'll get the lower rate too, as well.
What if you have full solar already?
You're a net meter, and you would likely be identified by PSE&G as such, and I would pull you out.
I pulled out already.
Yeah, you can come in, but I would ask you to do your due diligence before opting in.
It's just the bill credits.
Yeah.
If you have solar, your bill credits get credited if you're with the utility for your delivery and your supply. When you move to a third party, they only credit your delivery charges.
So you're gonna be given a
you don't. So, if your
I'm well
meter's
past
in,
paying any bills now, as far as solar.
okay, then you're good where you are.
Yeah, I get the credit about $100 a year now.
It's great. No, you would not be included.
All right, thank you.
Yep. And then next steps. So you're back to the ordinance. You're back to deciding if you want to form a group.
So there's a few things. So the ordinance should be amended to a generic ordinance.
And we can provide that,
And then
yeah.
if we picked your report, we would just do a resolution authorizing you
Appointing.
to do the auction.
Correct.
And then if we want to be the lead of a few of the towns, what does that entail?
There is a cooperative purchasing agreement that you'll pass a resolution to say, hey, we want to be lead agency. That'll get filed with Department of Community Affairs, Division of Public Services.
You talk to Audubon,
Yeah.
they want to do it, and Audubon calls us up and says, can we do it together?
Yeah.
One of us has to be the lead.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
So we'll see.
Yep, and then yes, then the resolutions would have to be passed that say, hey, I want to be the lead, or hey, I want to be the participant. All of that gets filed with Department of Community Affairs, and
And we handle that for
the
you.
co-op is born. Yep.
So we handle all the filings with the TCA. We monitor the co-op agreements. We keep all of those records.
So how do you get a fee for that? Do you bill
Once the meter starts to spin, we get paid by the suppliers. We don't get paid until there's a program.
But you're selling the revenue.
Well, yes, essentially yes. We're providing them an opportunity to
When
serve
would
them.
be, just for timing,
Yeah.
when could we, if we were to do this, what do you think the next auction would come out? We have to wait until January?
No, you can schedule your auction whenever you're ready, but it'll take you 3, 4, 5 months to get through the paperwork process. Especially if you're going to start a co-op, it's more like 6 months, because now you're kind of kind of hurting the paperwork for multiple
How come
towns.
you didn't come around 4 years ago to explain it?
I don't know where we were, but yeah, it really, Listen, the program is the same, but the consultants are different.
2014.
Yeah, 2012 we started, because the regs came out in 12. We started to figure out how to make the regs work for municipalities and residents since 2012. But our first program, ours was in Bayonne in 2013 and Willingboro. Don't ask, it didn't go well. They were everybody's kind of test kitchen, even the BPU and division of ratepayer advocate. Yeah, but again, we manage 76 towns. Yeah, all over the state. Yeah, we've got
Once
a,
again, if the auction doesn't come in well,
yeah, then we don't move forward.
in these
But
past 3 to 4 years.
we've yep,
That's right.
had nothing. Yep, I don't have the co-ops in this one, but I can certainly share that information. Yeah,
You did, I think it was part of an email.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Did show up all the
It's in the other,
committees.
it's
Yes.
in the other handout.
Was it like
Yeah.
100, what was your number, 140 communities or?
we have 101 municipalities that we represent right now. We have 5 co-ops.
I think it's in this paper, it was in the email.
Yeah, yeah, we've got a lot, and we also have towns that do it by themselves. We have the city of Linden, we've got city of Hoboken.
Oh, it is in there, okay.
Yep,
It's in
Yeah, I mean, I
So-
think something we've talked about before. I think we started because of Sustainable New Jersey.
Mhm.
I think it's definitely something we're interested in doing. I think our next step will be, we'll talk a little bit, and then we'll do it, we have to amend our ordinance to just change it from the name of the company that, I don't even know if they're defunct at this point.
I don't know what happened to them,
They were not successful to try to get us a better price for a couple times.
but I'll forward the more generic ordinance over to
Send it
Beth.
to Beth,
Yep.
and then we can decide to amend.
Thank you so much for your time. I'm sorry I took more than I should have, but
It's all right.
thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much. Okay. So we can review that a little bit more and discuss it a little bit more. I think we did it 4 years ago because the city always paid all this money. I think we also won once points for our standards. We have to look at that again. At least giving people the option. Okay. Let's go right to public hearing. So we have to get this done this evening. So we have public hearings for ordinance 2414, which is stormwater control, improper disposal of those. This portion of the meeting is open to the public. Anyone wish to speak on this ordinance, please come to the microphone and state your name and address. Seeing no one, is there a motion to close the public hearing?
I'll second it.
Motion by Mr. Lowenstein, second by Ms. Kelly. All in favor?
Aye.
The public portion is closed. Would someone like to make, we're doing this evening, would someone like to make a motion to approve ordinance 2414?
No, for next meeting. Sorry, I was trying to give them their drive. That's why I was like,
We're not doing public hearings?
No, that's for next meeting, so you know that's what's coming.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to line you up. I'm so
Sorry.
used to just doing public hearings. All right, we're not doing it this evening. I apologize.
Yeah.
Scratch all that. Next meeting, we're going to do stormwater control, improper disposal. Next meeting, stormwater control, salt storage. Is there any questions on those two? Because that's the public hearing. So we've already advertised, and that's the meeting.
Yes,
Okay.
for next meeting.
Sorry about that. New business discussion. Okay, alarm system ordinance. I think this was brought to us by the police department. I think there were some amendments made. Are we introducing that at the next meeting?
I hope so. We're just waiting on one approval. Everything's written, and I would expect to have that done by next week.
Okay, so does everyone know what this ordinance is? It has to do with the fact that alarm goes off, we have to respond. If it becomes a nuisance, there's a mechanism to, I hate to say, charge people a fee if they do that. It's very popular in towns that have a lot of warehouses and things like that.
Yep.
Sale of borough property, we're going to walk this on this evening.
Yes, if you want to.
Yes. So if everyone recalls, this is something we've been working on a little bit with the Barrington Ambulance Association, was getting the 2 ambulances out of the firehouse as part of the rotation or as backup or whatever the organization wants to do. We have an amount that basically equals 2 months of our contribution that we're already making. So I think that the chief had given us a kind of a ballpark idea of what we thought the ambulances were worth. I think the fire department would like the space, and the association has pretty much voted on one that they will accept. But the mechanism, because we're in a shared service agreement, is we sell it to Barrington, and then Barrington sells it to the association. Otherwise, we have to go out for an auction. We're just doing an intergovernmental agreement. So I'd actually like to entertain this now so we can get it done. So it would be ordinance 24-103, or excuse me, resolution 24103, would be selling the 2 ambulances, which are, where's it at? 103, here it is. So the 210,
2013, yeah.
just so you know, we paid $112,000 for it, but it is 14 years old. And the 2013, we paid $95,000.
That's mileage on.
Yeah, just the mileage.
That's mileage.
What's that? It's not what we paid.
It's more like last week's
Mileage.
Nick, it took a lot.
We did pay more, you're right. I know, we paid more than $100,000 for an ambulance.
That would be amazing.
I apologize. I'm a little, I'm
But
not
at
paying,
one time, not
I'm
here.
not paying attention. Yeah, I'm not doing a good job. All right, so there's the mileage. These vehicles have a lot of wear and tear. These are diesel. I think the new ambulances that guys are buying, that departments are buying, I think they're going to gas now. I think they have a better track record with the gas ambulances. But I think they've already proved themselves because there's been occasions where these ambulances have been on the rotation because of the need. So would someone like to make a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion. I'll second it.
Motion by Ms. Kelly, second by Ms. Passio. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Passio?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Lovenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
9.
All right, that resolution is adopted. Temporary 6-month appointment. What we're going to do, we're not, so we have the deputy fire chief here. 24104 is the fire purchases with the AFR grant. Anthony, do we need to do this evening for you? Is that something you need?
If you could, yeah.
You want to explain it to everybody? Help me out, because I'm not doing a good job tonight.
All it is we got the state American Rescue Planning grant earlier this year. It's just state contract pricing for the gear, so $69,000 some change.
Okay.
You just need
And you
a
just want to get this done? so you can
resolution
play-
authorized so I can.
You've got the
yeah.
money to buy what you're going to buy?
Yeah, the state said it's there, so we're good.
Okay.
All right.
So this is going to Lions Super Deluxe Coats Pants, 7-ounce black, okay. So $669,000. You see that, everyone?
Yeah, I knew this.
We walked it on because we just needed to get it done.
Yeah.
So if there's no objection, would someone like to make a motion to approve Resolution 24104?
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 24104.
Is there a second?
Awesome.
Second by Mr. Shapiro. Motion by Mrs. Kelly, second by Mr. Shapiro. Any other discussion?
Still waiting for Murphy.
Roll call, please. He's
Ms. Passio?
surrounded.
Ms. Passio?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Lovenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
And Mr. Murray?
Yes. I'm still very quiet.
All right. So what I'll do is, because Beth, she wants me to sign all this stuff, I'll try to get this signed before I leave this evening. Before it gets done. One more, I think this is for Harry. This is a resolution 24105. It's a resolution for an appointment. It's for a 6-month temporary labor. Obviously, you're all good with this. Starting date would be tomorrow, okay? If there's no objections, would someone like to make a motion?
I'll second it.
Motion by Mr. Lovenstein, second by Ms. Passio. Anything else? Roll call, please.
Ms. Passio?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Lovenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
And Mr. Murray?
Yes.
All right, that resolution is adopted. All right, so we do have a first reading tonight, correct?
Yes.
All right.
You have 2 first readings.
Too much.
First reading, ordinance 2416 is an ordinance for the adoption of the floodplain management regulations. Does everybody have a copy of this? Is aware of what this is?
You have a small copy, it's like 27 pages. So you have the synopsis that we'll be putting in the paper.
The purpose and objective of these regulations to promote the public health, safety, and general welfare to minimize public and private losses due to flood conditions in specific flood hazard areas through the establishment of comprehensive regulations for management of flood hazard areas. I have no objection. Does anybody want to make a motion on this?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All right, so motion by Mr. Lovenstein, second by Ms. Passio. We'll have a first reading at the next caucus.
It's a set, no, I'm doing them all on August 7th at the council like we normally.
Is that what you want to do, August 7th?
Yes.
Okay. All right, do you want to do a roll call for this?
Ms. Passio?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Lovenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
And Mr. Murray?
Yes.
And
We're
then
going to do resolution.
2417 ordinance, that was a walk-on too.
Is that a walk-on?
Yes. That's for the used car amendment that we've been trying to, that we were talking
Oh,
about.
used car license?
Yes.
Yep.
Ah, okay.
Batting the third.
Here we go. So we have used car license, okay, ordinance 2417, this is amending it, okay. So council already passed a resolution allowing, what's the name of the company? Gateway.
Yes.
To open up down at the warehouse. This codifies it in the ordinance, so the council now has agreed that this is the amount of ordinances we have. So next year, they're just gonna renew we'll just do their paperwork as an order, and just do the normal.
Because the resolution said with amendments, so we're.
Yeah, so we needed this amendment. So what it done is it changed the amount of licenses that we have in town, but it's a permitted use in that zone. So,
And this is for the people that are going into the new warehouse?
yes, yes. So it's specific to that location, this person. So would someone like to make a motion to approve ordinance 2417?
I'll make a motion to approve 2417. I'll second that motion.
Motion by Ms. Passio, second by Ms. Gilman. Any other discussion? Okay, roll call. So we'll do the public hearing on the 7th, August 7th.
Ms. Passio?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
And Mr. Murray?
Yes.
It's done.
Okay. Resolution 2496. All right, here we go. In order. All right, so this is all the liquor licenses in town. This is the renewals for the liquor license. So just so everybody sees the list, Irish Hill Tavern, Kid Rips, Philly Diner, The Mile, Miami Discount Liquors, the club license for the BFW, members only, and the club license for the Firehouse is still there. They have the right to use it. Those are state license, the state numbers are all there. So all the paperwork is in order. Would someone like to make a motion approving this resolution?
I'll
2496?
make a motion to approve resolution 2496.
Okay, motion by Ms. Passio, second by Mr. Farrell. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Passio?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
And Mr. Murray?
Yes.
It's done.
All right. That resolution is adopted. Resolution 2497 is a resolution authorizing to cancel the current fund appropriation. I forget why she sent me an email.
This is all related to the auditors and.
Okay, this is just
cleaning
moving
up
things
here.
around. So we're moving police and salary wage, employee group health insurance. This is just to make the audit smoother. You aware of any of this, Stan?
I've seen emails on it.
Okay, yeah. It's not a big deal, right? Okay. Someone like to make a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All right.
Second by Mr. Murray.
Big race around.
Is it a ballgame?
Yeah, these are just canceling these expenditures to, I guess, credit to surplus and memorialized on that. Okay, so just a thing. All right, roll call, please.
Ms. Passio?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
And Mr. Murray?
Yes.
It's done.
Yeah, resolution. I should have read the agenda better. Resolution 2498, authorization to request accrual for the change in title. The amount of, okay, so these are all her stuff. We'll do one at a time. I should have done those together. This also has to do with the auditor, I guess.
Yes.
This is moving money around. Would someone like to make a motion to approve the,
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution 2498. And I will second it.
motion by Ms. Passio, second by Ms. Kelly. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Passio?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
And Mr. Murray?
Yes.
It's done.
That's it. All right, resolution 2499 is a resolution authorizing the temporary special rate for police coverage for the Holy Child Parish Golf Department. Obviously, we're doing this retroactive. This makes the rate $55 an hour. We're going to update our fee schedule, correct?
No.
For
it's
next
just a
year?
special one. I don't know about next year.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You want to take care of all that? Okay. So this is only because of what's going on in other.
How many of our police officers are there?
How many are there?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 3. I got someone on the outside that I got on there, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 4. And I got the shifts are in and out.
And then Gloucester Township has
Gloucester
theirs.
Township has I'm working closely with them. They have a full-timer, 2-3 specials just on their side, and then Grove and Patrol in the neighborhoods.
Okay.
They've been working great with us.
Okay, great.
It's something we didn't have a full-timer ever before, now we do on their side.
That's great.
It handles their side, but then they help with traffic. It's been great.
Great.
Okay, someone like to make a motion to approve 24?
I will make a motion to approve resolution 2499. I'll second that.
Motion by Ms. Kelly, second by Ms. Passio. Roll call, please.
Ms. Passio?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
And Mr. Murray?
I'll abstain.
Okay.
Resolution 24-100 is a resolution requesting the approval of items of revenue appropriations. Oh, no, this is receiving the $67,000 for the recreation improvement grant. This is what we talked about, would help us out with the pickleball courts. So we may need more money, but at least we've got $67,000. So this is accepting it
Chapter 1.
and just putting it in the accounts we can spend in chapter 1. Would someone like to make? You know what, no, I'm going to do the next three if no one objects, because they're all very similar. So if there's no objection for that one, I'm going to read the next one. It's 24-101 is a resolution canceling the remaining balance of a bond. We must have borrowed money at a time, but you also use all the money, so we're canceling the money that we're not going to take. That's what that's saying on that one. And then resolution for the disposal of borough property. This is a police Ford Explorer that we're getting rid of.
That's the police car that was hit. And
It was hit and we died.
It was hit, yeah.
Okay. So would someone like to make a motion on resolution
I'll make a motion for
24-100?
resolution 24-100, 24-101, and 24-102.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Motion by Ms. Passio, second by Mr. Shapiro. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Passio?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
And Mr. Murray?
Yes.
6 ayes.
All right, those resolutions are adopted. So all the business is done, right? Except for payment of bills, but we'll do that at the end. We'll go around the room for committee reports. We'll start off with finance. Mr. Murray?
Okay, Wayne Hans and I have found a person that can do the entry of all fees for the construction fees that we don't have in the computer. And I'd like to maybe get that done at the next council meeting. We'll bring her in. And she's a retired, 18 years in the wall, knows the system, knows the job.
Okay, so it's just is it per diem? Is it a hourly?
She would prefer to be a part-time employee.
Okay.
And I feel
So we could use her?
Yeah, like I got an email today, Diane's out Friday. Diane's got every right in the world to take her vacation time, but nobody can get a permit on Friday because nobody's going to be here. And this lady, Nancy, said she'd be willing to work maybe 4 or 5 hours on the days that Diane takes off. And maybe it could be something that we could use. Yeah, it's better than nothing. Yeah, and she knows the system. She knows the software. She knows. I think it was Mike or whoever the guy is that does the software.
Yeah,
She's familiar with everything. So I think she'd be a good add to that office.
Get her on this. I think if there's no objection, we can put her on for next week. Just have to do the rates, everything.
I got everything here from her.
Make sure that Shelley obviously is going to be charged to the Uniform Construction Code Fund.
Yes. I'll take care of
We're
that.
starting to do a lot more work there, so I think this helps.
Yeah.
Between the townhomes, the warehouse, there's a lot going
And
on.
the closed windows, I think, it drives everybody crazy.
Absolutely.
So we have that. I spoke to Harry a little bit before the meeting about the fountain. This Mark Iconelli, his fund, his money group is contacting me constantly about the stocking the lake with fish. So, they want to get this done. So they want to stock the lake with fish. They would like to be down the road and do whatever we have to do to get it done. They would love to see like a kayak launch or something down there.
Are they willing to pay for it?
Yes, or even in some sort of a dock where Harry's got some great ideas about that. That's down the road, but initially they want to get some fish in the lake, but we don't want to go until that fountain's working.
Do we know when the fountain's going in?
It's short. It's going to be soon. I've been telling her soon, but I didn't know I was lying.
Is it all deep enough for all this fish?
Well, they'll just bump each other.
Well, it is, and then we were talking about, I don't know if anybody's familiar, Harry and I were talking as well about it's not like a permit, it's more of like letting Fish and Game know what you're doing and what things are stopped. So I think we do have to.
Right, so we don't need a permit, but we need to tell them
We need to notify
between
them. Yeah.
smallmouth bass in there.
Yeah, so whatever they're going to do, whatever is going to be successful in that environment.
Okay.
So, but they're ready to go, so we're moving
I mean, do you think you
forward.
need a resolution? What are they looking for from us? Do we need something with McDaniel, or something that council says, hey, we're okay with you meeting with Public Works to stock the fish after we notify Fish and Game? Right, so just walk a simple resolution every time they want to do it. They want to do it yearly?
So what
Whatever they
kind of
want to do,
fish
yeah.
is going in there?
Sorry?
What kind of fish?
I don't know that yet, yeah. Yeah, I don't know that, but he's familiar with the area.
And he's been here his whole life.
And he wants to do something for the community, and he really wants to, like, with the way they're talking about the way he wants to improve the lake, is really, to me, it's
But
just.
kind of, he's talking about the other side.
He's talking about the lake side. I know there's not a ton of water there. It's not that deep anymore, but we'll see. We'll see how it all goes.
I'm only asking that question because when we had the fish kill.
They were not native
when they-
species.
Right,
Right.
they were,
Yeah.
people were putting fish in there that didn't belong, that's why
Or
it was killed. That's what he.
the birds
That's
put
what
in there or
he
something.
specifically told me.
He think it was,
I
they were,
told
we
him.
knew they were not native
I have
fish.
emails.
If you remember that, yeah.
One of the things, Mr. Wolzak, we want to start working with the other people we talked to before, right? About the cleaning the lake up, dredging possibly.
Yeah, that's all being put together for all that, the information with the.
Yeah, so we have money set aside to do the study on cleaning the dredging.
We had started it before the pandemic, and then the pandemic hit, everything came to a stop.
Okay.
But I mean, you can let them know that. I don't know.
That's all part of it, yeah.
They should know. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, if you dredge it, I'm sure there's a process to do it to protect the wildlife.
Species, yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
and they did it. They've done it in Cooper. They've done it everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah,
Anything else?
and also staying in the construction office, we're going to be looking for a code enforcement officer. I don't know if everybody's heard this or not yet, but, and I'm trying to figure out if there's a way that we can combine jobs to make it more of a full-time position for somebody. I don't know, that's been done in the past?
Not in this town,
No.
but in other towns. And the only thing I just hesitate again is while I agree with you, full-timers are better, but funding stuff, you know, I hate to say this to everyone, but when you're full-time, the pension is 27% of someone's salary.
Yeah.
Health insurance can be upwards of $35,000. So even if you paid someone minimum wage, you know, you're talking about $75,000.
Yeah.
I'm not against it, but
Yeah.
where do you pay for it?
I was thinking more in the lines of if there's somebody, if we can find somebody out there that's possibly already retired from somewhere, that's
That's-
not looking for that.
And I think that's how we've done it in the past. It's
Yeah.
always helped us out.
Because we're going to need, I just feel like it's going to be a revolving door if we don't do something different.
It'd be great if we had someone like that would stay for a decade.
Well, yeah,
Just
yeah.
like Buck's been here for 10 years.
Yeah, like Buck did, and I think when Keith was here, he wore several hats.
He did.
And he stayed for a long time. So we're working on that right now, and I also think we're going to probably shift it back into the construction office from the, under the chief.
Well, that was Wayne really pushing, was that his idea, or?
To bring it back?
Yeah.
Not really. I think between Wayne and the chief met, and they were talking about it, and I think all the three of us agreed that it probably should be over there, and we know that the chief's always going to work with us if we need anything, so it really doesn't matter where the reporting
Well, I will
goes.
say it makes a big difference when the chief or a police officer
For
talks to
sure,
someone.
for sure.
They are
Yeah.
much more considerate, they cut their grass more quickly. I don't know
Much
why.
faster.
Bringing people to court doesn't work, but
But
sending
like
an officer.
Councilman Murray said, I'm not, just because it's gonna go back in there, I'm just not gonna I'm gonna participate, because I really like Wayne a lot.
Yeah.
Wayne's
You'll
part,
be
he's a
taking
good
this
guy.
lawnmower around.
Yeah.
He's already done that.
Yes, I know, I saw that.
And that's all I have for tonight, and I'll have stuff for you.
Anything on finance?
No, nothing on the financial side. I'm busy, I'm kind of busy.
I know, I'm
on
sorry,
the
the construction, you gotta get that under control.
I could jump on what one of the youth mayor and council kids said and thank the chief for keeping the overtime down.
I'm sorry. Then you're taking over the stuff.
Around business, Kelly.
All right. But I mean, finances, I did talk to Shelley briefly. I was under the
Yeah.
impression we're halfway through the year.
Yeah.
We're doing pretty good on our budgets halfway through the year.
Yeah.
At least that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
You know, obviously tax collection, we don't really, it's not till the end of the year that we start looking at that.
Need a tax rate.
We never, yeah, well, people are still paying their quarterlies. So the state, just so everyone knows, that they should be trying to pass the budget over this weekend. You know, we'll see. One of the big things that the towns are really pushing, just to give you some of these other boards that I sit on, is all 564 mayors are pushing for the energy receipt tax. Does everybody remember that? Basically, when you look at your electric bill, there were taxes on it. In the past, the taxes were remitted to each town. Well, the state, in their wisdom, said, look, they made a deal with PSE&G and Atlantic City Electric, mail it to us, and then we'll give it to the towns. Well, what ended up happening was they absconded with the funds, basically. And so when my first year on council in 2009, the borough used to get almost $1.3 million. Last year, we got less than $900,000. So they've actually taken the amount of money and not, we should be another $500,000 more. And now that's just little Runnemede. Imagine some of these larger towns, how many millions of dollars we're talking. And so, if Shelley was here, she'd know better than me. They did reinstate some of it. Do you remember one year we got an extra $100,000? Remember that last year, the year before? So that's been a big, big push to try to get that energy receipts tax back to us. If you look at our old budgets back in 08, 07, you'll see how much more money we used to get. So not only did we lose the money, we lost any kind of COLA, any kind of cost of living or inflation. So it could be about $500,000. So we'll see how much money they'll give us. We were hoping they were going to give us at least 100. We were hoping they were going to give us 200, but we'll see. And that's it on finance. I mean, so just so you know, like I said, every town is having a hard time with money. Every town's having a hard time hiring people. Every town's having, the state's having a hard time. Everybody's having difficulty doing everything. So the only thing I think is good is there is money for us to spend on CDBG, DOT, and recreation. So that's been very good for us. Good applications.
Ready to go, Mark?
Okay. Public safety, Ms. Kelly.
I'm going to defer to my council report.
Appreciate that. Public events.
Okay. Been working hard.
Yep.
Okay, so, parade's moving along. We have a $1,500 donation to Barrington for fireworks for July 3rd at dusk. There also, if you go on Barrington's Facebook page, they have a map. And thank you. And their parade begins at 6 p.m. So at dusk will be the fireworks on July 3rd, coming from Barrington. Runnemede Bike Parade is hosted by the Rotary Club and Mayor and Council and begins at 9:30 a.m. Prizes are going to be awarded to the best decorated. And the Baby Parade hosted by Runnemede's Women Club and Mayor and Council begins at 10 a.m. Registration for the Baby Parade will be at 9:45 a.m. All will take place in the Harry Williams Building, and that will be rain or shine. Antique car lineup, it will be in front of the Toyota dealership at 12:15. I'm getting phone calls, so that's why I'm repeating all of this, so that it goes on My View on Runnemede and on YouTube, and they can view it.
And our website too. So let's get something and put it on.
And start taking notes for the website. Okay, so
it's the same thing every year.
yes, people need to know this. Okay, so our antique car lineup will be in front of the Toyota dealership at 12:15, and prizes will be awarded for the best show, second place, and third place. We are also going to have float prizes, so come on, decorate some floats. It's $100 first prize, $50, and $25. The seniors have retreated till September for their monthly meetings, and it will begin again in September with their luncheons. And their meetings are third Saturday of the month. So if you're a senior, 50 and older, come on out every third Saturday and get a nice luncheon. Yes, they brought it to life. You don't think you're a senior at 50? Okay, so they brought it down to 50.
That's good.
Okay. All right, let's get back to the parade. Our main parade begins at 1 p.m. on the 4th of July. Our lineup will begin at 12:30. There is a rain date only for the main parade, and the rain date is Sunday, July 7th at 1 p.m. No, I've done it every year. Every year. Yeah. Youth
It's
Mayor.
not gonna rain.
No, it's not. Youth Mayor and Council did a fantastic presentation for our centennial celebration, so I hope we all go and take all of their hard work and bring it before the table, because they did a fantastic job.
I mean, even the children that
Keep
didn't win,
It's fantastic.
their ideas are just fantastic.
Unbelievable.
I have a big
Yes.
stack for us to look at.
So I will give congratulations to Robert Callahan, to Carly Ragu, to Isabella Petticelli, Brock Corcoran, Dominic DeFrance, Zachary Rivera, and Kai Candelara. And all can be viewed, okay, I did say about Dan, I gave you a plug, Dan. You will call Youth Mayor and Council for the
I will.
parade. Okay, thank you.
They got the letters, but I will call.
Our baby parade, please take note of this. We're going to have most patriotic, comical, best impersonation, fancy dress, most original, and youngest baby. And it's been like that for umpteen years. So, and it's from 5 years old, 5 years and younger. and must be a Runnemede resident. Gosh, I thought I had a whole lot more than that. I guess that's it.
We have 5 string bands in the parade.
5, we have about 7 or 8.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's wonderful.
Yeah, we have a new brass band coming in.
That's all number on the building.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a jacket this year. I decided I'm not doing a suit, I'm going to do a
I
jacket.
am going to ask all of, whoever's going to be walking in the parade, and I hope it's everyone except Bob, to please dress appropriately, because I have looked in the past and our predecessors dressed, to kill. I want people to know who mayor and council are.
I used to always wear a suit, and in the past few years I haven't. Going back to a jacket.
I want everyone, when we walk down that street, to know who mayor and council is, and not be just in our shorts and whatever. So,
I'll have my white
please,
pants on.
put your white pants on, put your red shirt on, your blue shirt, whatever. I want you to look nice.
It's also
Kentucky Derby outfit.
And
95.
that's okay, that's okay. Harry will have the tents up, Harry will have the tents up, the fan blowing on us, and a nice cooler of.
Do you remember Rob Andrews wore a suit every?
Harry, I'll send you an email on everything, okay?
Harry's wearing a suit, he's walking.
Yeah, so, okay, so like I said, I'll send Harry an email on everything that I need for the day, and we will be on 8th and Smith Lane. You can come and visit us, and we'll be handing out checks, not to the residents, but to the participants.
And people as they walk away, I think that's always amazing.
They love it, they love it, they love it. So yes, we do have a great lineup. So
Anything else?
that's it. Yes, I do believe that's it. And Chamber of Commerce is having a float.
Very good.
We are.
I
Great.
know. And the RY, basketball and baseball is coming.
Great.
The Runnemede Girls
The
Softball.
training band.
They're here, they're coming in. Yeah, they're
Don't
there.
forget my granddaughter
They're
in
there.
a race car.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
Yeah.
She's coming in.
Yeah,
Girl
she
Scout.
decorated.
Girl Scout troop and St. Teresa's are coming together, so yes, that's
Junior
great.
Police Academy.
Are they gonna?
Junior Police Academy, yes, I have them, they're gonna be in there. So yeah, I have that whole list
That's
at
fantastic.
home, so yes, I have to make up the whole list, because this year we're handing, they're gonna have to go to Bob. Bob's gonna give them a card, so everybody's knows exactly where they're
In the order?
positioned
Nice.
in line, so.
It's only been our 75th.
Yeah, yeah, I know. So anyway, you're gonna have to help. You're gonna have to help Bob.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
There's nobody,
I know. We should get Paul to come back.
No.
He was wonderful.
you're really gonna have to help.
Oh, my God.
I'm trying to organize it the best I can, we're giving out
He's
numbers.
yelling at everybody.
So, yeah.
All right. All right. You remember the year we had Cory Booker and Senator Booker?
Yes,
Oh,
we were late.
let's
Yeah,
not-
you know,
And Paul was so mad that he was.
We were late.
I should just get the card and avoid Paul. Hear that yell.
Engineering?
Thank you, ma'am. NJDOT reconstruction of Harding and Payne Avenue. I've been down to both. Mark, you have the Payne Avenue starting on July 8th. And when will?
Harding at the same time?
Well, the gentlemen come in and do their concrete work, and then the concrete crew will.
Switch over, yeah.
And
Porta potties are down there and all, so they're ready to go. Yeah.
they already did their stake out.
Yes.
Okay. Harding, somebody gave me the wrong address. Somebody told me that there was at Mitchell. And I said, we're not at Mitchell. It was Harding.
Right.
But Harding.
It's at the
Yeah.
bottom. Mitchell.
I understand they gave me the wrong street.
Harding,
My
Patricia Lane,
brain,
come all together.
I'm having a hard time, you know.
Well, that's
Harding.
right?
It's okay.
And they'll be repaving it. And regarding Williams Avenue, they're going to be repaving.
What's the,
Right the whole school, yeah. So anyway, police station roof proposal for submitted for the borough on February 28, 22, and the CFO has indicated the funds are currently in the budget and design can proceed. So upon the finalization of contract documents and the project will be advertised for bids. Also, 2023 Camden County Community Development Block Grant. Council awarded the base bid and add-on alternative bid number 1 for Borough asphalt contracts have been executed and are currently coordinating with the pre-construction meeting.
What streets are they? Is that
Second and fourth.
Second and fourth.
West Second and Fourth.
This has to be on our what's going on page. There's so, we need a what's going on.
Where's my solution?
What's your, sorry, let me interrupt. There's so much going on, you and I forget. So Beth, what was your
My
solution?
solution is I'm gonna have Amanda do it.
Okay.
Because she'll be-
Whatever your solution is.
She'll be really good at it. So
So
start
you see all the stuff
setting
that we're talking
in.
about? People need to know all this stuff. That these road projects, it's a mess in town. No, it's a mess. They need to know what's going on. So second and fourth, and when is that, you already had your conferences with them?
Yeah, we're scheduled to pre-conference with Tracy Wilson from CDBG, trying to get that. It's probably going to be the week of the 8th, will be the pre-con meeting, and construction will start shortly after that.
And also, when are we going out, putting in for Johnson?
The applications are due July 1st. We'll have a resolution on next meeting. The supporting resolution can be submitted after.
Okay.
So I'll give Beth the sample resolution, and that'll be on here.
So Johnson is what we're thinking. Okay.
Or West Project?
All right, yeah. All right. Public Works?
Defer to Harry. Harry, what do you got?
Oh, Harry.
We got a lot going on, so.
All right, I'm going to turn my page over so I can get all the notes in.
Well, let me give you another pad from earlier. 3-page from Monday morning.
So your agenda.
Now, the scout building's going well. The floor leveling's been done in the scout building. Tomorrow, meeting with one of two contractors for the cabinets and so forth. Still need your assistance, Mayor, for the plumber, if you could reach out to him.
All right. I know there was a couple things on my list, the plumber, yes.
Yes, so with that, working on that. Scout building.
Was he ready to start setting things, or is we're not done yet?
He can start working in there, and he's got stuff to check off, so definitely need him to get by and double check when stuff gets materials. Softball, met with the electrician on Thursday, waiting for the quote to come in for electrical. That should be coming, thought we'd have it yesterday afternoon, today we haven't got it yet. So still moving forward with that building. Sprinkler system, as you're aware of, with the point was repaired today. All the other facilities, the sprinklers are running right now with our drought system going on. So luckily we're running off a well, so we're not using domestic water. So we have that at Vanilla Park plus the RY building. So we actually turned them up to double the sprinkling rate right now to maintain, hopefully we don't lose the fields with the heat going on. With that, our cutting has dwindled down, even though we still get lists from code enforcement. We've been plugging away at all those properties and so forth, and we're turning them as soon as they come in. We're out within 3 days right now, maintaining them. For 4th of July, today, the sweeper went down the pipe. We whacked everything, remulched everything, trees trimmed up and so forth, so the pipe is definitely looking better right now. Still need to try getting the businesses to be more proactive with it and do their cleanups and so forth. Let's see what else. Vehicle maintenance is going well. Air conditioning is fixed in the clerk's office. Had that unit done right before this heavy heat wave. So that was done. All the other repairs in the borough's maintenance PM were done for all of our units. Working on one issue, which unfortunately we don't need it right now, but the heater for our Vanilla Park bathroom, that actually burned up. So we're in the process of getting quotes to repair and replace that right now. Let's see. And then I'll be working with Mark on a lot of projects. We met with the engineering committee last week, and pretty much progress with there. Al's Park behind Deluxe, that's getting scheduled for hopefully Friday. If not, we're waiting for the truck. But if not, next week that will be scheduled for removal of the debris.
What's going to cost us?
What are we using that piece of ground for?
So there was talk from the youth athletics that they could maybe, if it was just grass, they could go down there and play. It's enough room for them to make a field of some sort down there.
There's enough room for a full-size soccer field.
Really, it's that big. So they're just looking for more space, and the idea was, we talked about it used to be used. The RY used to use it.
Nothing but the Eleanor, so you don't have a word here. There's nothing scheduled for it yet. We're just going to get all the debris removed, all the macadam, The poles are all coming out, it's gonna be leveled off and seeded, and then we'll decide what to do down the road. But right now, we don't have any firm schedule for it.
It just, the soccer is big, as we know, and sometimes the fields are wet, so they just need options.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't know it was that big.
Yeah, I didn't know it was that big.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
What about the trees we planted? You know, the green team planted 150 trees. What's going on?
I remember seeing you there that day that we were taking 150 trees.
No, this young lady doesn't plant trees.
Okay.
But I do wonder what happened to them.
So I want to report, I forgot to report this, that I showed up for a photo op and ended up digging for 4.5 hours.
I bet you did.
Because I was told that there were 25
And you put
volunteers.
the trees in upside down.
But no one told me, and to no offense to our older generation, that the average age of the volunteers was 80. So thank God, Mr. Ward showed up with his auger, and then myself and 3 other younger, in our 50s and 60s, dug 150 holes.
Oh, my God.
And the other volunteers, I give a lot of credit, they planted these small 1-gallon and 2-gallon things. And what's great is we have Mr. Burt as a steward of it. He is taking care of it. It's done. Mr. Rozunk signed off on it. I'm sure these guys are going to be mad about cutting the grass around 150 trees.
Where did they go in?
Along the bike path. So PSE&G signed off on it because we have an easement, they have an easement with us or vice versa. You know, and these are low-lying trees and bushes.
What kind of trees are there?
Mostly small, like there were dogwoods, if you can believe it, but they're small.
Yeah,
And
they're not big trees.
Beech,
Unfortunately,
magnolia.
you can't put shade trees there.
And they were only 20, there's nothing supposed to get higher than 20 feet
Yeah.
and things like that. But the idea,
But
it was a nice idea.
It greens it up.
So it was done in the memory of his father-in-law, which I think was very nice.
Yes.
You know. Yeah. Volunteers. I thought it was a senior club luncheon. And they showed up with an 18-inch auger. Does anybody have any idea how big an 18-inch auger looks? It's this big. And these 2 old men, no offense, no, they grab a hold of it and they started to spin it. And I'm like, stop. I'm like, thank God I was there. And John had pre-drill and we just, with digging bar, because it's an old railroad track.
Yes.
So what's underneath the railroad track? 3/4-inch stone.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Harry, did you drop ceiling in at the Scout Building?
The tiles actually got delivered today. They'll probably be installed in the next 2 days to finish up.
The grid's there.
Grid's been up. But
Grid's in
it's,
my building.
grid's been done for 3 weeks waiting for the tile.
Yeah, so it was like 16,000 on the buildings.
Yes.
Mayor, do we have enough money in our budget to finish the Scout building?
I believe so. Right? Yeah, because if you remember what happened when we started to find out how expensive
We put a lot of money
it was,
aside.
$105,000 that we had gotten numbers for, and I believe Harry's taking care of it and doing pretty well.
The funding is there.
I think we might be holding up on maybe the hood for the kitchen, right? We didn't have enough of that.
We're moving forward with
You
all
have
that.
enough to do
It's
still?
it's finding the contractor.
Oh, okay.
So that's where we're at. We're trying to get the rest of the main
Is it
floor
an
done.
Ansel system?
Yeah,
I just found it. Let's do my screen.
I would appreciate that.
So I got a better price on mine. Well, I'm not going to. The Scout building, we have plenty of money. And if we don't have enough money, we're going to finish it no matter what. We have to get it done. What else you got, Harry? Oh, PSE&G, you asked me to call my rep, and she answered the phone, and she wanted me to send that list again, and I apologize. I tried to find your emails back and forth to Fred, was his name, or whatever. Can you send it to me again so that Addie can see how many times you communicated with me? So remember, we have a government relations person who from PSE&G, South Jersey Gas, New Jersey American Water, they all have government relations. So council, myself can call these people to find out what's going on. And this is a case where they're not fixing our light poles, and they're charging us $40 a month for every light that's out there that's broken. And we can ask them for the money back, which they've done. We can say, but it's better just to get the lights fixed.
How does it happen at Barrington that every light works and not come to us, what's going on, or
Better employees?
whatever. What do you mean? Oh, no, I mean, PSCD
Due diligence?
takes care of it, you know?
They don't have,
So the people in the audience, I'm gonna tell you, the squeaky wheel gets the oil. So whoever complains the most gets something.
Okay.
So, you know, while Harry is a complainer, he maybe doesn't complain enough to get them to.
Okay.
I'll put a banner across the road.
And Black Horse Pike is maybe a different animal.
It's a different animal. They don't have the accidents that we.
Black Horse Pike is
and
a
replace.
mess. We lost every trash can on the pike. We've lost dozens of lights on the pike. We had a head-on in front of mine. Did you see my head-on? Did somebody get killed?
I didn't hear about that, but I saw it. It was
Yeah.
like, yeah.
I find my bike.
It's a picture,
Yeah.
Bernie was there, that was awful.
Yeah, it's crazy. People driving down that middle lane,
Yeah.
and then somebody else driving down the middle lane.
Practically lost the monument yesterday.
So if you could, really, so if you could give me that information, look, so I can sort of hire all that. So that was one person you wanted to call. I just texted the plumber, and he said, he's being funny. First time hearing about that place.
You've been copying me.
So I said funny. So hopefully he'll get out there.
Okay, thank you.
Be nasty. Anything else?
Just moving along.
Parks and Rec.
Not much going on. Baseball, they did have a couple of minors, just one.
Are we at the gym right now? Isn't there some basketball starting
Summer
up?
basketball started, I want to say, no, it starts next week.
Starts after police academy.
Police Academy, so it's not there yet. Minors, baseball team won District 14 championship.
Really?
Yeah.
First time in a lot of years.
Coach Pitch came runner-up, they lost, but they had the season this year. 14 girls softball won the championship, that was a couple of years.
Wow.
They had some champions in both baseball, so
That's great.
basketball starts in a couple of weeks, and the rest is just probably.
You know if they'll get that banner up there for that?
I don't know, I'll
Same
find
as the other
out.
one?
I haven't been to a meeting, but
Yeah.
they should get it.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Sure, because that was big.
That was
I
big.
can't remember last time in any division they won the championship,
Yeah.
at least in baseball.
That's fantastic.
Honestly, I think baseball, they did 2 years in a row with, maybe it was 97, 90.
Yeah, that's
Or
what I'm saying.
07, 08.
Darren's been on one of the teams, wasn't he?
Yeah,
It's been a while.
Darren was on one of the teams. that won that.
I know Mrs. Kelly's grandson was, my son,
Yeah.
it was a handful.
It's been a while.
We won 2 years in a row, and then that was it. So,
That's great.
Yeah, I'm on the side of the building in Norway, AA corresponding secretary. On that band.
Okay.
So hopefully they take care of it. Usually, minors, they don't look at it too much, but that's a big deal for them.
It is a big deal.
oh yeah.
All right, anything else?
Rest of our.
Solicitors report, anything you want to tell anybody?
Nothing at this time.
Engineers report. Thank you. I'll give you a microphone.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So in my report from writing, and Bob covered a lot of it, so he did most of my thoughts, so thank you very much for that. Just go over a couple things that did get discussed. The Harry Williams building, our architecture moving forward with the bathroom addition plans. We're also been asked by the engineer, maybe we can put in some type of gazebo with a pavilion out there. So we're trying to.
Like a covered stage area. Remember we talked about that? So if they're going to design something,
So
we're looking at that.
I'll cover that. Mitchell Avenue, our field survey and our existing condition base plans are complete. We sent the base plans to the utility companies to let them know we're going to be doing work out there. We have started the design. As soon as we complete the contract documents, we'll send those to the DOT local aid to get concurrence to go out and bid on that. DPW drainage improvements, we did get the soil conservation district's permit for soil erosion. We're working with DPW because there's some things out there we have to move first, the brine tank, and some electric and water services. So we're working with DPW to figure out where we're going to put everything. What we want to do is put those relocations as a pre-quote process and not have them in the contract, because we'll be able to get better prices from the site contractor for that. Talked about Harding and Payne starting July 8th. Talked about the roof we have here. A couple things under general engineering, we can kind of.
Can I stop you for a second?
Yes, you can.
Chief, are you aware at the Payne Avenue, we're going to have police officers there because that street is narrow?
I think Eric's working that out. He talked to the lady
Contractor,
running the
do you want
project.
that, or they need the contractor?
They asked for it because they have to have all their main traffic. Usually we're able to close the road down, we don't need police and they don't need flaggers.
But there's a, it's almost like a dead end.
Yeah, it is a dead end.
Mark, I'll talk to you about it. Yeah, I know he talked to the lady running the project, and they worked it out.
Okay, very good. Under general engineering, Camden County Open Space Round 24, the application was submitted in April for the decorative lighting at Pinella Park. I met with the Open Space Committee today out there to go over our application, and hopefully we will hear it in July if it's successful. They're making all their rounds around Camden County, and they'll make recommendations to the commissioners, and hopefully we'll get funded on that. The LRIG grant that we got for $67,000 that you added to your budget, working with Public Works to see what we can do with the pickleball courts and resurfacing those. Municipal aid application was due July 1st. Stephen here is working hard on that application, trying to sell it and get you guys some more money.
You know, Mark talks, right? He pats himself on the back.
I do have to, give my associates some kudos for that as well. But that application will get submitted before the deadline. I'll work with Beth to get her the resolution for that, and we can get that taken care of next Tuesday. Orchard Avenue drainage, there's an issue out there. We're going to be meeting tomorrow at 10 o'clock to go over what we might be able to do with some piping, getting an easement from a property owner. What we want to do is drain the water from Orchard Avenue towards the DPW property. Working on a road excavation ordinance to include a section where if a utility company comes in and they have to do a mill and overlay of the entire road, we want them to replace the manholes, the castings. Public Works will provide it, but we're looking for the utility company to have to replace it.
We also think about amending it for a payment in lieu of if
We got to look
add that too.
at, yeah.
So if we don't want a road done, they would just give us money for us to go somewhere else. Because they're disturbing the road, we're having some issues.
One quick thing, Mark, the Orchard Avenue, does that tie in with the floodplain ordinance that we did earlier?
That's what we have to look at. We're looking at where your wetlands are in Public Works facility and where we could data link this pipe. We're hoping to stay out of the wetlands so we don't have to deal with permitting issues. But that's one thing we're going to look at tomorrow when we're out there. Stormwater sewer slip lining, we're looking to go out to bid on the slip lining on Rambler Avenue and also the Reeds Phillips intersection. There's an oval pipe underneath the intersection there. We're trying to get that out to bid. And one thing that's not in here, there's an issue with lighting up here on the second floor. Somehow it's not tied into the generator. They lost power at the school. And we're trying to figure out why. All the power that comes in to the building goes through the main feed at the generator.
Yeah.
But they lost power when the generator came on. So
Really?
Yeah, so we're trying to figure out where you're getting power from into this building that's not part of your main service.
That's weird.
So we are,
Our predecessors might have a little wire.
it might be something coming from the old camera. We are, we're working with Public Works. We have our electrical MPD guy out. He's going to do a trace.
So that upstairs panel,
Somehow it is fed, and it's not through your main panel. And we're
Oh,
trying to track
wow.
that down.
Wonder who's paying that bill?
yeah, it's only been a decade.
And the last thing is, we have payout free for the current project out on Davis Road with the sewer extension. We're reviewing that. Hopefully that'll be in the bills for next Tuesday.
How do you think that sewer project's going?
No pain, no gain. We're trying to work with residents as best we can on the dead-end streets and get access to everybody's house.
Sunset's in place.
It's narrow, but it's the toughest one.
It's the toughest road, right? Because the narrowness of the...
They're working, and they're trying to accommodate the residents as best one. Contractors carrying suitcases for somebody.
Yeah, I know, I was gonna call that day.
So, they're doing their best.
I like the plates though, it looks like there's a bypass.
Yeah, they're getting around.
Watering seems to be working great.
You gotta wonder how they made a road so narrow.
They paved around trees.
And they narrowed over years, because I have asphalt under my under my side, where my sidewalk would be. But it's not part of the road. So the road's up here, and then I got asphalt under my lawn. So they just narrowed it up at some point in time. So whenever they put their second road on. Mr. Bashir, with the bathroom projects, I think there was some talk about maybe the chamber looking into funding some kind of a sound system for out there. Is that something that you would need to know about now, or is it something we could do later?
We'll get to the electrical side.
Yeah, we would have to add some type of electrical service to accommodate that. So,
Okay.
Is this where,
So once we had the bathroom and in this little stage area to the side, is that
Yes.
yeah, if we have we probably have to have a new panel, maybe we can connect it to Wawa, and then.
You know, we've discussed it. We just
That's a
talked
great
about
idea.
The area that the events are being held at, and also all of the Memorial Day services and
Well,
everything.
the
that's
suggestion
done
came
there.
from someone to put this stage out there, right? Do you know who? I think Ken Leap sent something.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be helpful.
I didn't just spend your money, did I, Kath? Did I not good?
Well, I mean, if we could do is build them one, that's great. I had no idea. I was thinking like $100,000 is a lot of money, but we were thinking like, we definitely have been talking about we need a sound system and maybe we could.
Well, if we
share
did a
it.
stage, it would be great for all these events.
Yeah, and if we're building now, it's the time to do it the right, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so.
can I, if you go to buy equipment, could I be in on it?
Yeah.
The musician over here.
Yes,
He gets mad at our.
Very helpful.
Yeah.
Because we were like, what can we buy? So we're
But you would want
buying
hardwire and then
Yeah.
microphones or speakers and all.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I mean, we're still in the preliminary stages, right? You've only got like a, then we have to remember it was just a footprint showing the 2 new bathrooms, the new entrance, the handicap accessibility.
So you don't think it'll be done for September?
This is our goal. This is for our 100-year anniversary. That's what our goal is. Okay, is there anything else? All right, skip that. So I have on my notes from our meeting, in my brain, was you wanted me to call South Jersey Gas, but you wanted me to wait until after you talk to somebody. So you haven't done that yet. All right, because if you just CC me in that email, and if they don't respond, then I'll call the government service person. Because they're hemming and hawing about some of the paving on Sheraton. I'm sorry, you did bring it up, right? Yes. You didn't want me to call? Okay, all right. Engineers report. Okay, let's do payment of bills. Who would like to make a motion to pay the monthly bills?
I'll make a motion to pay the monthly bills.
I'll second. Motion by Mr. Vassia, second by Mr. Robinstein. Roll call, please.
Ms. Cassia?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
All right, bill should be paid. Anything else before I go to the good and welfare? Bill, did you have
I
anything?
said just 2 things. John Angelucci, Chuck, Captain Burns and I attended his graduation last Thursday. It was real good. So he's through. He's out working at Borough all week. Starts his training July 1st. And I got a couple candidates. As we know, I spoke with Officer Brooks, and September 1st he'll be turning all this stuff in. So I plan on having a nice luncheon for him like I do retirees. And he did a lot for us. I had no idea he was here since 2011. Did 27 years at the Sheriff's Department. He's been working for us since 2011, and he's been phenomenal. Great guy.
So what he's talking about is that we need the school resource, not school resource, so. What do you call it, class 3?
Class 3.
So we had to find a new class 3.
So I got a couple candidates that I met with my office, but I'm gonna do something formally, probably in about a week or 2, and I'll let you know, Mrs. Kelly. I'll give Mr. Iannucci a call. I got a couple very good candidates. So I want to do for Officer Brooks is, have a platform and a council meeting, because he's a great guy. He's going to be missed, but it's his time. He wants to go.
His wife.
Yeah. So he's going to stay on and help me with the 4th of July parade and any other little things, but after September 1st, that's it. So we'll plan and, treat him accordingly.
Very nice. Is there anything else? Okay, we've got everybody. Beth, did you have anything else before we go to welfare? Nope, okay. All right, this portion of the meeting is open up to the public. Please come to the microphone, state your name and address.
Right.
Hi.
Kathy Walker, Runnemede Chamber of Commerce. We would like to have an event, our Fall Pipe Jam event, on September 28th at the Harry Williams Building from 2 to 9, if that works. We usually do it till 9. Same deal, just it'll be a Saturday instead of a Friday, so
Longer hours.
longer hours. We would avoid the rush hour traffic. It'll be daylight, longer. We'll still have to work out lights, but
We have lights.
yeah.
And we have a.
Yeah, no, Harry did an awesome
They're
job
awesome,
bringing those
right?
lights.
We're surprised
Yes,
they
yes, I was so, we were gonna borrow them from Belmar, and then we looked and they were there. It was great.
We bought them because we need them for soccer and for police emergencies and public works emergencies.
Yeah. Yeah,
How many do we have, 2 or 4? Two.
yep, they were perfect. I might get some decorative lights or something, but, so, wanted to get approval, or
Yeah,
questions?
is there any objection?
September 28th, that's what, fourth Saturday
Yeah.
of the month? The 28th?
Can we not say anything? So the question was, what does it cost us? So really, the only thing that we're putting up is some police work.
I think it's great.
And public work. But we're sponsoring this. It's our building, it's our facilities and things like that.
They're on the sign.
I think that hopefully everyone thinks that this process it makes us a part of it. Every town does something like this. And we have to be part of that, to be community. At least, and we have to take some credit for it. We have to, council and mayor have to be part of this, and with the Chamber of Commerce. It is our building, it's our police officers, our public. Is there a cost? But it's no different than us cutting the grass at the RY.
No, it's just curious.
It's no different than us, doing some of the other things that we do. I think it's part of it. Now, the Chamber could be, the partners they can be with us is where they help us fix things and do things. Like I said, if they pay for the sound system, that would be a great thing. Or invest back into the community. One of the things I was going to ask you to do, but I didn't, it's a little late now, is 4th of July parade coming. It's a big deal for us. And the business owners, some of them take a lot of pride, and some don't.
Yep.
And we talked about code enforcement. I'm not a guy who wants to go out and bring people in front of court all the time, because I get yelled at when we tell people to clean up their properties, but then people don't clean up their properties. So you guys could be that middle person.
Yeah, so I didn't think about it. So as we're growing and we're doing new things, so we're looking into some software systems that we could use, it's calendar for everybody's events and things like that. So, I'm open to any suggestions that you have. So as I was hearing about the 4th of July, I just said to Larry, we should just email everybody and say, hey, there's a parade, get everything together, maybe have some specials, make it enticing so people want to come into your businesses.
We're also handing out all those booklets over the next few days. We can put paper in with it to say, hey, 4th of July is coming, please clean up. And I have no problem sponsoring that and getting that done.
Because it's better than us knocking on their doors. I already heard Harry, he's got the street sweeper out, the banners up. Some people put the nice flags out there. There's a lot of people.
Want to go grab something.
Yes. Yeah, so, anything you need, just let me know, and then we can figure out how to work it out.
For sure. Do we want to just do no objections to the 28th? All in favor to the 28th?
Wonderful.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Awesome, thank you. Thank you.
Don't forget about the dinners, the dinner with the mayor, the mayor's meeting.
I don't know what to do about
July 10th.
Morning, the Chamber. I don't know if everybody knows this. I didn't promote
Everybody
it.
didn't know. Oh, okay, so we have a meeting with the mayor on July 10th. Sorry, I didn't think about
Might be being assassinated.
We opened it up to the business community. We are taking questions. We're having it at the Philly Diner. We're providing food and 1 free drink.
They have to register.
Upstairs.
What time?
Yeah, but wait for
They have to
everybody.
register.
July 10th.
July 10th, 6 to 9, I think it is. Yep, 6 to 9.
Have you told people about some questions ahead of time, so I have an idea of what maybe they want?
Yeah, so I did put that in the email. I put it in the invitation. I'm going to send another email because I haven't received any questions yet. So I am going to remind people to send questions. Yeah.
When people come in and then they can write their questions.
That's a good idea.
Well, the other thing is people care. Like if someone said they want to know something. Like I don't know everything off the top of my head. The noise
Well, you
ordinance.
say-
Remember that woman? She cited the noise ordinance on it.
Yeah.
So there's things. If there's certain things that are specific that I can bring back.
I'll send a couple more emails reminding people.
It's just a social. That's fine.
Well, so part of it was, some business people were like, there's no communication. So here's an opportunity for communication. But now I can say, well, we had this, and where were you?
Yeah, we say that all
Right?
the time.
Yeah,
We
well,
have meetings twice a month.
I know.
We say that all the time.
They can come to the meetings.
Yeah,
Myself.
yeah.
People call me about the, trees.
But I love Beth's idea about having somebody post about what's going on with the streets. And I think because people do need to know, and so.
All the stuff that's going on the 4th of July parade. Like Patty says, we've been doing these for decades. And we just need to keep.
And not 24
Yeah,
hours
we know, we
before,
have
which is a
4th
lot of
of
times where it comes in and I'm just like,
Yeah. Yeah, so the more we can promote it, because if we can share it, like if you're putting it on the Runnemede Borough Facebook page, we can put it on the, and we put, and so we can work together that way. Yeah.
Okay.
Am I gonna have what? So yes, and I know, well, I hope, and I'm gonna call them as I have all this time to get us the right stuff. So I will not be, okay, Beth is the best. Let me just tell you. I was like, I love Beth. So yeah, so we wanted an electric bull and inflatables. I think the rain saved us, but the company had like all these different, they were just sending us all this stuff. And she was like,
our insurance company worked really closely with us because it didn't know what we needed, and she sent over a checklist and everything, and it was just, it did seem like, I mean, you were sending it
We
out.
had
and the
issues with
company-
inflatables in the past, the fire company had one. There was an issue with it. So
Well, they outlined,
Jeff doesn't like them.
well, she outlined what they accepted.
yeah.
Like, not a bounce house, but you could have something different, there were just like, you could do like the basketball ones and things like that. But she gave a whole list, now Kathy has it. So
I have it, so now I'm gonna tell them, like, this is what we need you have months to get it to us, if you can't, but, yeah. So maybe the electric bowl will work out, because there was such a hubbub about that. Yeah, but it rained, so we could have done it anyway, so I think the weather was in our favor.
Photo booths are great too.
That's a good idea.
They love them.
They do love
We
photos.
always have the photo booths, we have.
Oh, yeah, the photo booth is always a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Anyone else? No one else? Okay. A motion to close the public portion.
I'll second it.
That's it. All in favor? If there's nothing else, is there a motion to adjourn the meeting? Motion by Mr. Stein, second by Mr. Sapiro. All in favor? Aye. Adjourned at 7:32.